is a personal story. Many years ago, we went to a Happiness and Its Causes conference in Sydney, at which the Dalai Lama attended. When the Dalai Lama was walking down the aisle towards the stage, and we all stood in adulation of him. When I looked at him, I blinked several times because I couldn't believe my eyes. Because with my inner eye, I saw that the Dalai Lama did not have any aura around him. There are several stories that might give us a clue to the reason why. First is a story about a man who was so poor that he could hardly make a subsistence living to keep his family. So he decided that he would travel far afield to see if he could make enough money to take care of his family needs. And indeed, in his travels here and there, he was successful. He was able to gain a living, money. But since he traveled widely, the only thing he could do to keep his money safe was to sew it under patches on his old coat, which he did. But after many years of saving, he decided it was time to go back to his family. But before he went, he bought himself a most expensive coat with a wonderful fur collar. So when he got back to his family, there was great rejoicing welcoming him back. But the old cloak which he'd carried under his arm, he threw into the corner of the kitchen, and after all the greetings and welcoming with his family, he went off to the temple to give thanks to the gods for bringing him back safely. When he returned back to his house and he looked for his old coat containing his wealth, it was no longer there. And when he asked his wife said, "Well, while you were gone, an old beggar came to the door and I had nothing to give him, but I saw your old coat here, so I gave it to him." Well, the man told his wife the story and she fell away in a dead faint. But the man, we'll call him Raphael, had an inspiration. So putting on his expensive coat with its fur collar, he went down to the city square and he went around shouting, "I am a fool, I am nothing, I am a fool, I am nothing." So people gathered from everywhere around and they're all whispering to themselves, "Oh, poor Raphael, he's gone mad, he's lost his mind." But amongst those who gathered around to see what was going on was the beggar wearing Raphael's old coat. So of course Raphael espied him in the crowd and immediately went over and taking off his expensive coat, he offered it to the beggar who of course very readily exchanged it for his ragged garment. And so Raphael, putting on his old ragged patchwork coat, went back to his family, and from that time on they lived in wealth and well-being. And the second story is about that great sage Litsu. Litsu decided that he was going to go to the capital city of Kyoto. And on his way, he went to an inn because it was a long journey. And when he was at the inn, he found that the patron of the inn and all of those who were there gave him great adulation and deference. So he returned. He did not proceed on to his destination of the capital. He returned from whence he came. And when he did, his master asked him, and saying, "I thought you were going to go to the capital. Why did you return?" And Litsu said, "Well, when I came to an inn, and the patron, his wife, and all those who were there gave me deference and adulation, I wondered how it would be when I got to the capital amongst all the grandees and the nobles making demands of me." And his master said, "Well, have I not told you before that when you display your state of being, it will draw to you those who seek knowledge and power?" So Litsu returned to his home. But one day, sometime later, his master, his teacher, was on a pilgrimage and happened to pass by Litsu's house. But when he saw outside Litsu's house many, many pairs of shoes, he did not stop by. He went on. But someone amongst those who were with Litsu saw the master and told Litsu. So Litsu ran out quickly. "Master, master, why did you not stay? Why will you not give me some advice?" And his master looked at him and said, "Have I not told you that when you display your state of being, it will draw to you those who seek knowledge and power?" Litsu was very chastened by this, and he asked his master, "Master, please, please tell me, what must I do then?" So the question that arises from this story is, what did Litsu's master say to him? Tell me, what must I do? What did the master say to Litsu?
Be humble.
Uh-huh.